So now, after the last video I had, a viewer asked me, said, hey, I can't get sugar shine to work. Can you give me a video on how to get sugar shine to start fermenting? So okay, I'll give you a quick demo on how to get a basic sugar shine. What we have over here is just standard yeast. Here's some standard bread yeast that I use all the time. I usually add a little turbo yeast with that. I figure it helps make sure I get a maximum percentage. I only use like 1 teaspoon out of every 3, but for this demonstration we'll just use Red Star. We'll just take a little bit of yeast. This is just for demonstration, so we're not going to use big amounts here. We just have a little bit of yeast right here. Put that in the glass, and we'll take some sugar, put that in the glass, and we have some water here. This is warm water. It's about baby bath warm. Any hotter and it will kill the yeast. Any colder it might not activate the yeast. So we'll just pour some water in there. Stir it up. Now you're going to see over a period of time that this is going to raise all the way up from foaming. That tells you that your yeast is working. Now over here we have a jar. Normally I would use a bigger container, but for just a demonstration we're just going to go through enough sugar and water just to throw a little demo here. So we have a small amount of sugar, and again we have our lukewarm water, baby bath warm. We get that dissolved up. And now we'll wait for our yeast to activate. I'll use some time lapse and we'll get this thing foamed up in a hurry. And now you see we haven't really given it that much time. About 5 minutes, maybe less. I've given it some extra time so that you could see how much it foamed up. Now we have our sugar and our water mixed together. We have our yeast activated. All that's left to do is just add the yeast to the sugar water. Mix that up. And loosely put a cap on it. We don't need to put one on there tight. It just needs to be loose. It's got to be able to vent. And like I said, we're only going to use this small container here just for a demonstration. Otherwise I would use a much bigger container. And we'll just let that sit for 30 minutes and we'll get back to it. Okay, now we've let this sit for about a good 30 minutes, and I even scooped off all the foam that was sitting on top, and you see we have new foam that has come back. Peel that back. And I don't know if you can see this. I'll get the camera out. There we go. Now I know you can see that, even though it might be a little blurry. So there we have the basics for getting a good sugar shine going. So I hope this helps a lot.